hate awkward moments, okay? Like when you were speaking to somebody and accidentally get their name wrong, or when you make a joke in your friend group and nobody laughs, they find it weird. Or like if you go to handshake somebody and then they go to like fist bump you, and so you guys are in this awkward like meet halfway position. It's always so cringe. And I have had plenty of these moments. I remember this one time a while ago, I was invited to my friend's birthday party and I got to his house. I was the first one there. So me and him went to his room and we didn't have anything to do and not much to talk about. We were waiting for other people to arrive to really get it going. So he just sat down on his bed, like, crossed his hands like this. And I just kind of started walking around his room, just looking at stuff to try to keep myself busy. And I turned to see if he was still looking at me. And he was just kind of side-eyeing me from across the room. And there was dead silence and us just like looking at each other. And it was so cringe. Awkwardness level 100. And it's so funny how even though we always wish that, oh my God, I wish I could just erase all awkward memories from my life and I wish I would never ever have anything awkward to me happen again. And I don't know about you, but it feels like the awkward memories are kind of endearing looking back on them. In the moment, it can be very cringe, but looking back, it's like, that was kind of funny. It can give you a little laugh. So I don't think that you should be scared of awkwardness. You should be shy of it because it's gonna happen no matter what. Like that incident I told you about happened way long ago. And even though I'd say I'm a lot less awkward in general, awkward moments definitely still happen. I'd be lying, like my nose would be growing if I told you that, oh yeah, being more social means that no more awkward moments will happen to you. Bold-faced lie. But now, I think that I just have this perspective of, it is what it is, But I'm sure that you didn't just come here to tell me that, okay, we'll just be happy with awkwardness. No, you want some actual advice on how you can mitigate the cringe factor of it. So, here you go. One of the biggest factors of downplaying the cringe in awkwardness is humor. Making a joke about how awkward it is puts people at ease because they realize, oh, okay, so this guy, even though this is supposed to be an awkward moment, this guy is calm. This guy isn't being bothered by it. So I shouldn't be bothered by it as well. And this can literally just come in the form of you saying, oof, wow, this is pretty awkward, or that silence was quite cringe, or something along those lines. Something just to show that, yeah, no, I acknowledge this is a pretty awkward situation. Can just get the person to smile. And from there, the awkwardness is able to kind of dissipate. Tell me if I'm making sense, by the way. Another tactic that is crucial is something called reframing. Now, reframing basically just means taking whatever situation that you're in and shifting it, or flipping it, or looking at it from a different perspective. So, for example, there's this method called the 10-10-10 method, where you ask yourself, will this bother me in 10 minutes? Well, I mean, if it was awkward, then you may still be thinking about it for the next hour or two, just based on how it made you feel. So, yeah. How will it make you feel in 10 days? Well, I don't know. I may see the person again later on, so I feel like it probably won't be as awkward that time as beforehand. But I'll just say maybe. It's possible. And lastly, 10 months. Will this matter in 10 months? Well, I don't know about you, but even my most awkward moments do not affect me nearly as much almost a year later. So I'd have to say no. So it's a great way of almost pulling yourself out of the moment and realizing just how little any of this really matters. Any interactions that you have with people matter. Another reframing thing could be that, this is a Shakespearean quote. I'll put it up on screen now, but essentially it says that nothing is neither good nor bad. It's all in how we make it so. So awkwardness as a thing doesn't really exist until you believe it exists. So that can be a reframing tactic you can use as well, where let's say you just, said somebody's name wrong and they called you out on it. Then instead of thinking this is, that's so bad, why did I do that? Oh, I hate myself. Then you simply realize, oh, well, thank you for telling me the correct name. See, right there, reframing it. Lastly, you need to realize just how short people's attention spans are. Genuinely, I believe it's only a few seconds for both children and adults. So really, the person that remembers the awkward moments is more likely to be you, because the other person just has so much other stuff to think about because their attention is spread so thin. I remember this happened recently. I finished an exam, so I had my headphones and I decided to listen to something, and my teacher called me out. She said, "Tondo, that is way too loud. I can hear it from here." And she was like two desks ahead of me. And that meant that the kids around me, I shouldn't say kids, more like the students around me, could definitely hear it. So that was very awkward. But I realized almost instantly that, you know what? I doubt anyone here remembers what it said. I doubt anybody here will even remember this moment when the exam is done, let alone next week. And lo and behold, I didn't get a single comment on it. Like, Tondo, why are you listening to that? By the way, I wasn't listening to some weird mommy ASMR stuff. No, I swear. So yeah, just realize that people's attention spans are so short, they don't really give a fuck. Awkwardness is one of the many things holding so many guys back from being social, because we are in a current epidemic of male loneliness. Guys that are literally ending their lives because they have no connection around them. And it's true that loneliness can kill you. It has a faster rate of deterioration for your mind and body than smoking, than obesity, than pretty much anything else. We are social creatures. And that lack of socialness can literally end your life. So, join me, because together, we are going to create a movement to bring awareness to this massive issue that's still, for some reason, overlooked. And if you really want to have this chill guy personality, then I'm actually working on a full guide on how you can do that, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I have a Discord as well if you want to talk to me and ask me any questions, so let's do that. Remember, take action, learn from failure. See ya.